I have to take a train, so we have to make everything fast. But it wasn't until a long time ago that I didn't know what content to send to the client, and I made some mistakes, some huge mistakes, and some clients didn't come back to me. So today is a lucky day because I'm gonna show you what content should you send to your clients and avoid the mistakes that I made. Now, we were talking about what content should you send to your clients in order to do everything professionally, and I have a folder structure on my computer that I want to show you to understand better and to help you understand better the process of what you should send and maybe giving you an example of how to do things. So let's go into my computer and I have a folder which is the final package. We open it and we see that we have already 3 folders. First one which is the designs folder, the development and the motion one. So why I already have 3 folders divided by designs, development and motion? Well, basically because as soon as the client opens the first folder, he can already see what is inside. First is the designs, so probably is the ones that he's gonna open, and the second one is the development, so is the folder that the developers has to see and not the client itself. This is a specific folder for the development side and the motion, so client doesn't waste time checking all the folders and all the content. It's easier for the client and saves time to them, so they are more happy. Jumping into the first folder, which is the designs one, is pretty basic and pretty simple. We have the entire designs that we have done for the website, both the mobile and desktop version, so don't forget that. And the best way to send them, I think, to me, is large JPGs or even better PDFs, because they are higher quality and they are easy to consume. And the last thing is the project file. For example, I use Figma, so I have the Figma file. Pretty simple, but with that the client don't have to move forward and check all the other folders. They can already see the entire designs in this folder, which is the first one, and it's really easy. Moving on with the second folder, which is the development one. Here we have all the things, the assets that are necessary to the development of the website. Images, vector images, images optimized for the website, fonts, shapes. We have to think about this structure like the clients only checks the designs folder, the developers only checks the developments folder, so the developers don't have to jump between folders. It's gonna be a mess and a waste of time, and it's super annoying. So everything that is going to be useful for the development of the websites or to the developers is going to be into the developers folder. For example, here we have again the color palette. Even though we have the color palette into the designs folder, we have all the fonts with all the respective folders, and I highly recommend you to provide the TDF version. It's okay, but the most important ones are the WOF and WOF2, because these are optimized for the website and it allows you to load the fonts really fast and way faster than TDF on the website. And thinking about all the optimizations for the website is really crucial for you as a designer, because it makes you look more professional, and it's also useful because the developers or the clients don't have to ask you in the future for optimized things. Just think about this one ahead and save a lot of time to you and to your clients and developers. Next thing, images. Again, the most important thing here is to optimize all the images that you used into the designs and use WebP, because it's a fairly new format, but it's super useful when it comes to images for the web. They are super light, but they maintain the details, so don't forget to transform your JPGs into WebP format images. And the best website that you can use to do so is Squish.app. Is a website made by a Google developer, so it's super useful, super safe, and it works really well. And if you think that 500 kilobytes for a website or for an image is not that much, is a lot. Now, in the last folder, into the developments folder, we have the SVGs. Here we have all the vector shapes that we have into the website. So for example, logos, arrows, circles, or vector illustrations. If you have a website that has vector illustrations, all these things go into the SVGs, so the developers know where to look at when they want to add some arrows, some circles, some simple shapes, or the logo into the website, so they not have to export the actual assets from your project in Figma, Adobe XD or whatever. It's super useful, and again saves you a lot of time and saves the developers from a lot of troubles. The last folder is the motion one, where I put all the animations to make the developers understand better the animations that I'm thinking about for the website and also for the client. So this is a shared folder where everyone can see the actual animations of the website. For example, here I have an MP4 of the animations of the entire landing page, and it's super useful to share with the clients and with the developers a video of the animations that you're thinking about, because with that the developers actually know what you're thinking about. And 90% of the times, if you tell to the developers or to the client itself what animation you're thinking about, they think yes, and then they say yes, it's okay, awesome, but then when you develop the actual animations, they are not happy with them. So these videos save you a lot of time, and you don't have to remake over and over all the animations because the clients don't want them or the developers don't know how to do them. Highly recommend you to spend the time and to take a chunk from your design process and make videos about your animations to illustrate and to show them to everyone. So that's it, and this is the actual structure that I use and that I send to my clients. There are certain things that are not included here, but they are more into the design process. So if you want to dive more deeply into the design process and how to prepare all these things in the correct way, let me know in the comments down below. If you found this video helpful, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel because it makes me happy, and I'll see your smiling faces in the next video.